Hey everyone. Hi, I'm Jinxie, and I will be doing the energy reading for September 6th through the 13th. Today's Labor Day. I took the day off. Plus, I feel like the ascension symptoms that have been kind of going around lately has just been like really intense. My asthma's been kind of acting up. I have a lot of sinus issues. There's been a few times where I kind of ran a fever, but nothing like really serious. My ankle's been really bad. So, but if you, for most of you don't know, I broke my ankle like maybe about almost 6 months ago, and it's kind of like been this really crazy road to recovery and crap. So what we have coming up is we are on our second week of the Mercury Retrograde, and we have a special day coming up, which is September 9th, which is 9/9. It's a 9/9 number, which is very significant in the numerology realm. It provides to be a very great sign of abundance. So, if that's the case, then I think we should all receive that. Because I don't know about you, but I can use an extra helping of abundance. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there right now who are just like, yes, please. So, be ready for to be open for abundance. Let's see. Let's start with the first. So I've already shuffled. I've already asked my guides what we should expect for this next coming week of September 6th through the 13th. So this first card is, this is a good card. The first card, it says, reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. And definitely I think this definitely coincides with the whole 9/9 date, September 9th. This is a good time to say, you know what? Write down all the things that you know that you deserve to receive in this life. Mercury Retrograde is all about reflection. So this is also a really good time on this second week of Mercury Retrograde to write down all of the things that you believe that you deserve. Whether it be some more time off, whether it be some more money, whether it be something material, whether it be a new job. This is a good time to ask for that, write it down, reflect on it, reflect on the things in your life, the areas in your life that need balancing and would be considered to be like a reward for yourself. So this is reward yourself. Also, sometimes if we save so much because we're so worried about not having money, we forget to reward ourselves. So, if you find yourself having an extra $50 or whatever in your bank and you want to go ahead and buy something, go ahead and buy it, Sometimes you have to do something for yourself, so just keep yourself a little bit more saner. I know I've done that. I've done that recently, and, sometimes I've done it during times where I'm just like, well, I might not be able to pay all this payment, but I mean, one late fee isn't going to be a big deal. That's the way I want to live. I just don't want to be a slave to my bills, so that's what I do. Second card is ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. So I definitely am getting, especially with this whole spread, I guess, so what I'm getting so far is the theme this week is definitely centered around yourself. This is a great message from the angels saying that you have to detach yourself sometimes from your own body and your own earthly self, so that you can become ungrounded. It's really important. And it's funny because I just like literally told somebody right now that in order for you to find the inspiration again as an artist, sometimes you just have to like do nothing at all, like absolutely nothing. Just come home, put your stuff down. You can maybe watch a couple of hours of TV, go take a walk, go meditate. I used to be a like full-time fashion designer, costume designer, and it just got to the point where I was feeling unfulfilled. I was feeling underappreciated. I was being given all these like deadlines, but it was starting to wear on me. I wasn't able to really completely design the things that I wanted to design as an artist, and I didn't have that spark anymore with it and that drive. And I knew that if I didn't stop right now, that I would completely hate it. So I believe what was last year, I decided I'm not doing any more costumes. I'm not doing any more commissions. I'm just going to focus on myself. And when I broke my ankle, I was able to I felt like that was the universe going, okay, we get that you're stopping, but we really, really want you to do nothing. And literally for like a month, I did absolutely nothing. I'd come home, or I was, I think for a week I was out of work, and I would just kind of chill out. And I started to I started to meditate more. I started to listen to more of my body and wanting to learn more messages on how I want to heal. I've always had the dream to become a healer, a shaman. I figured I would do that when I was much older, but lately the calling has kind of just been showing up more and more. It's like, well, why not now? Why not do it when you're younger? So that's kind of helped me really just re-inspire myself. Plus, it's telling me about other things to do. Don't limit yourself to just one thing. Do whatever it is that you want to do. We have this life, this one life here in this realm at this present moment. And do you really, really want to spend all of it doing just one thing? Or pleasing a bunch of people that really don't matter, because in the very end, they're not going to be there. So I feel like this is kind of a message, a huge message to us to say, you know what? Time to stop, time to meditate, time to really get refocused, ungrounded from this earthly realm, and start worrying about what's going on in here and what's going on in here. And then they're also providing you with the knowledge that, they're going to balance everything spiritually and material so that this can help fulfill you. And I feel like there's so many people out there who just work and work and work and work, and they're literally in a mouse wheel, just scurrying every single day without knowing that purpose. And I really feel like lately the universe has been going, you know what? Y'all need to start figuring out your purposes right now, because you were not meant to live in this life to be a corporate slave, or working for your bills, or working for that weekend. You should not be so concerned with these things. These are not what keeps us. And I know for a lot of us, it feels that way. It feels like we are a slave to that paycheck so that we can have basic necessities like a place to live, food, and electricity, and things like that, and the luxuries that we want in our life. But if that's the case, then we need to start to change how we get these things. These it shouldn't have to be this way. And if this is the only way that we have, then something's got to change. And I feel like that's coming up soon. So the angels are letting me know that we need to prepare ourselves by really becoming unattached from these things that kind of bind us right now. So the next card is a really great card. It's the Shower of Abundance card. September 9th is, again, I told you, a very significant day in numerology, which promises abundance, if you ask. To heal your financial situation, first give your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you allow it. Now, real talk for a second. I know personally how hard it is for what this card is asking. So what the card is asking you to do is that you've got to completely surrender yourself from first of all these material attachments. But secondly, you have to physically detach yourself from worries, especially in regards to money. I don't know how many times I see it every single day around me, my friends, my coworkers, everything, and people are always worried about costs, pricing, making certain bills, making certain things happen. I got a lady at work right now who basically is working right now so that she could put her daughter through soccer. And because the soccer fees are so expensive, her whole paycheck is basically going for that. And the kid kind of really doesn't want to do it anymore. And it just goes to show, who is this benefiting for? If this is benefiting the child, doesn't seem like it is. Is it benefiting you? And a lot of times people are like, well, she needs to do that so that way she can have some sort of a future. We need to start changing things, though. We need to not make it to where it's necessity to get a scholarship in order to go to college. You should be able to go. It's education. So this card is Shower of Abundance. It's just telling you to physically let go of these worries. And trust me, I know how hard it is to do that. It is, but I can tell you personally, I'm learning right now. I haven't mastered it, but I'm learning right now to just completely go, everything's going to be okay. The universe is working with me. I'm going to get what I need, and I'm going to be showered with abundance. And you kind of just have to remind yourself. And you've got to see the forest for the trees. So if somebody comes up to you and says, oh, hey, remember, I forgot I owed you $20 from last month, and I totally forgot about it. Here you go. That's the universe going, here's your abundance. If you have somebody kind of just volunteers to do something for you for free, or you're able to find something that's done for free, guess what? That is considered abundance because you don't know how much that's going to cost. So I think that, like I said, the angels want you to give your worries concerning money. They're going to guide you in the ways that will help you create and accept abundance, whether it be a job offer or an idea or some sort of a way that will allow you to have this financial situation heal fast for you. Again, we're on the second week of Mercury Retrograde, so really not a lot of us have seen this change, but I feel like this time frame, this Mercury Retrograde seems to be all about planting the seed of success. So part of it is rewarding yourself, grounding yourself, and learning how to let go of that worry concerning money. So the next card is relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself, and every other relationship follows from here. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel as you feel safe and love within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. So again, this is another situation where these cards are kind of lining up to tell the same, like a story. This one is letting you know that you got to have a relationship with yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to find your self-worth. There's so many people right now who don't believe that much in themselves enough to say, you know what, I deserve something better. I deserve to not be upset. I deserve to not be depressed. I deserve to not feel emotionally left out. There's so many things that we kind of put up with, we compromise ourselves with. And this card is letting you know that you've got to build that relationship with yourself. The way that you're chasing after somebody, you need to start chasing after you now. The way that you're trying to get approval, you need to stop and start learning how to get approval from yourself. And if you don't know who you are, then you need to start to find that. That's step one right there. You need to know exactly what you like and what you don't like, and go from there. One of the things that I learned after my first marriage was learning how to basically get in touch with myself. And a lot of that had to do with me basically taking myself out on dates. And I know it sounds silly, but basically I was going to like new restaurants and trying different foods. That was one. Trying different hobbies. I took myself to the bookstore when I got to know what kind of things I liked again. My life was so, different at that time. I was kind of serving somebody else and not really serving what it was that I wanted. I had a general idea, but no set goal or anything. So you got to do that. You got to get in touch with yourself. You got to start to figure it out, what it is that you like, it is that you deserve as a person. You're making X amount of money an hour right now. What do you think you deserve? And it's not stupid. It's not stupid. If you think you deserve, to get paid 10 grand a month, then start to say it. Start believing in it, because it's that moment that when you don't believe it, then you're just going to settle for something. And you think to yourself, well, this is the only set skills that I have. What does that mean? I want $10,000 a month, but how am I going to do that as a server? Well, maybe you weren't meant to be a server for the rest of your life. Maybe you weren't meant to do certain things, or maybe you were meant to get higher and higher. If you're a performer and you think that you deserve 10 grand a month, then you need to start believing. And by believing, you need to start focusing on what it is that you need to do in order to get that $10,000 a month. What is your self-worth? So the next card is Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this awakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all its glorious aspects. This one also kind of relates to the whole self-love situation. By loving yourself, by finding that part of you that will accept romance in any way, and when it says to do that in all its forms, it's there's so many ways that you can love. You can love a child. You can love a significant other. You can love an animal. You can love where you live. You can love your city. You can love your friends. There's so many different ways. And I think sometimes we become lost and we don't remember those parts of what we need, of what we love about our lives. Look outside. Do you like your house? Do you like the place that you live? Do you love your city? Do you love your friends? Do you love the people that are around you? Do you love what you do as far as work and career? And if you're answering too many no's, something sounds like it needs to get changed. And sometimes it's loving ourselves. It is having that relationship with ourselves that tells us where we're lacking. Okay, the next card is play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Get outside and play. Do you remember playing? Do you remember playing when you were a kid? Do you remember how excited you used to get when the rain would start, especially during the summer, especially when you didn't have access to a pool or a water slide or anything like that? Do you remember what it was like when your friends came over or your favorite cousins came over? Do you remember what it was like to get a new toy? These are the things that you need to renew in yourself in regards to playing. You have to learn how to play again. Playing is essential. It's what we need. This week, sorry, I was interrupted by a kid. So what that, okay, so for instance, this week, I really didn't want to go out of town and go dancing with friends. I was worried about how much it would be for gas, things like that. I was really kind of concerned about that. But I went anyway, and I had a blast. And it was so great because I came back going, you know what? I feel like I've had a lot of fun. And you know what? The amount of money I probably would have paid to get parking closer to downtown, where I live, is actually the amount of money that I spent on gas just to go down there. And I ended up and there was free parking there. So, plus on top of that, I had a lot of fun. I was there with my very best friend, and we had a blast. And I got pictures and we got memories, and that's important to go out there and do it. I haven't been dancing since probably almost over 6 months, since before I broke my my ankle. So that was another thing. And dancing is a huge part of what I like to do. So to be able to do that was very gratifying. And I'm challenging you guys right now. This week, you have to do something that will reward yourself, that will make yourself play. I want you to play. Go play, please, this week. Go do something that you need, that will relieve that stress. Ground yourself and have another relationship with yourself, and then on top of that, release those worries while you're having fun. And remember to love and find love in everything you want. And then the final card is life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. I know that sounds really confusing, but in actuality, it's basically the meaning of life. We're not here to serve a purpose. The purpose is going to serve us in what we find joy in. We're not here to serve other people. We're not here to serve a paycheck. we're not here to serve our children. You know, for a lot of you moms, you guys forget that you're still women, you're still parent, you're still people, you're still adults. Find what it is that you love and enjoy about yourself and about life, and the rest will follow. You have to start believing in that right now. If not, then, you know, don't be surprised when it gets harder and harder. And it's only going to get harder and harder from our government, from the people that kind of like are in power, because they know you're serving a paycheck. You're becoming enslaved in that way. And you can't allow that. You need to find that joy within yourself. Joy will bring you your life purpose, whatever it is that is. You know, if you say, well, I don't want to do art, you know, I don't want to go out and get an art degree. Well, an art degree created Netflix. An art degree created millions and millions of buildings all over the place. Art, paintings, dancing, choreography, and your favorite music videos, music that you listen to. So if you think art is useless, then, you know, have fun in the Amish world. I digress. Excuse me. My asthma's starting to flare up. I was laughing too hard, apparently. Okay, so that totally concludes. I only have a few more minutes. I'm trying to hurry up. That concludes the reading for September 6th through the 13th. Remember, I'm challenging you to go play, to become detached from your worries, to ground yourself, to love yourself, and do something that will bring you great joy. And remember what it is that you loved about this earth, because we did not choose to come back during this time so that we can be bartenders or waitresses or servers. We have to be able to remember what it is that finds us that joy. Until next week. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in following me, you can find me on Jinxie's Herbal Alchemy on Facebook and on Instagram. If you want a new session, you can follow the links down below and find ways to contact me. My email is jinxlira@hotmail.com. Please, you know, write me. It's free. It's free to write, and you know what? I'll write back. I may not do a special. I may not do a session, but if you have a question, I will answer it. And then again, if you are interested in learning about how a one-on-one session with me through Skype, through phone, or anything, please message me. All the information's below. Thank you again. Love you guys. Namaste.